And Kimahri's last Ronso rage is Nova. This damages all enemies. You can only learn this, however, from Omega Weapon and Nemesis. So some of the toughest enemies in the game. And in the original version of the game, original North American version, I believe the toughest enemy in the game is Nemesis, so good luck with that. But in this version of the game, Penance was the toughest, so let's show off Nova. I guess we could have used it on Penance, but let's show off Nova. Damages all enemies. Hit them. Kill them. Go Kimahri. Damn right they died. And that's Kimahri. That is all of his overdrives. Honestly, not my favorite set of overdrives due to the lack of power and the lack of multiple hits from anything, but at least he can kill everything at once. So if that's what you're looking for, Kimahri could do that for you, but it's probably best to entrust to Waka. Just a thought. Next up, let's show off Lulu. Now, Lulu has access to Fury. Unleash a barrage of spells on the enemy. Basically, how it works is I rotate the stick, and she unleashes a ton of the same spell over and over and over again. However, due to the mechanics of it, it is often considered the weakest overdrive in the game. For a while, it was working well for me, but it does not scale well towards the end of the game. She can use it for all of the different spells that she has, at least in terms of black magic that usually do damage to the enemy. You can just kind of spam something, and your tendency is to necessarily go for the highest level stuff. The ultimas, the flares, that kind of thing. That's where most people's tendencies lie. However, it is difficult to actually get a high number with the high-level spells. This is due to the game's internal scaling, so it takes multiple times around, multiple times rotating the stick in order to get that to work. As a result, I'm going to do something a little bit lower, but something that is still kind of powerful. We're going to go with Blizzaga, and I'm not going to show off all the different Furies. We've shown off all the different black magic castings of the game. They don't really look any different in a Fury. They just happen a lot. So let's show off Blizzaga Fury, and that'll probably do it for Lulu here. Let's go ahead and kill everything on the screen. The maximum for those is 16. So, hooray, I did it. With Ultima, though, from what I understand, you can only get 4. So that's why I tried to show off as many Blizzagas as I could. And that's going to be it for Lulu's overdrives. I don't really feel the need to show off all the different animations since we did go over those animations in a previous video. Next up is Orin. Orin has access to Bushido. Enter commands for a lethal sword attack. Now, basically, I have to enter in a combination in order for this to work properly. I am hoping that I will remember where all my buttons are. It is kind of weird on this controller, but we will show off Dragon Fang first. He just comes with Dragon Fang. I'll show off how to get all of the other stuff later, but for now, Dragon Fang will kill everything on the screen, I'm assuming. Let's go for it.
No mercy.
And down they go. Oh, we'll be back for more from Orin. Next on his list of Bushido is Shooting Star. Now, you actually get this through the plot of the game. When you defeat the Spheromorph, you get access to Shooting Star. Unfortunately, it does only hit the one enemy, but we will take care of that. Let's show off Shooting Star, and I hope for the best here. and away it flies. Yeah, this is the one that actually sends people way, way away. All right, I'll just cut until I get another fight with him fully set up and ready to go. Next on the Bushido list is Banishing Blade. Only hits one enemy, but I only have the one enemy. In order to get Banishing Blade, you do have to find and watch 3 Ject Spheres, which of course are not unlocked until you defeat the Spheromorph. So 3 Ject Spheres will earn you Banishing Blade. Let's banish the Malboro. Consider yourself banished. And our final Bushido for Orin is Tornado. It damages all enemies. In order to unlock this one, you have to find and watch 10 Ject Spheres. Now, I should say that in the original North American and Japanese versions of the game, it only hit the enemies once. In the international PAL and HD versions of the game, it does hit them twice. So let's show off Tornado. Let's hit all of the enemies with Orin's spinning blade, I assume. And if you get the sequence right, he ignites the tornado with his alcohol. There was a reason he carried that the whole time, but that is Orin's Overdrives. I think you know who's coming up next. Next up is Rikku, so we could be with Rikku for a while. She has a ton of things that she can do with her Overdrive, which is mix, combine items for various effects. There are a ton of things that you can do here. I'm going to show off one of every result, although I will not show off every combination because that would get ridiculous towards the end. But I will show off everything that she can do with the mix, and some of them are going to be much more useful than others. We will start with one of the easiest ones to do. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of the things in order to do that. Normal potions together work just great for that, but apparently I don't have that. So we'll start with a high potion, and then we'll move down and get an ability sphere. That will do the trick. This is going to give us an ultra potion. Let's see who it hits, though. Does hit everybody. Recovers all allies' HP to full. That's basically what it does there. All right, let's entrust so I can show off more mixes. There are so many mixes. I'll put a link in the description to the list of mixes and what it takes in order to make that happen. Next up, let's see what I want here. We can do an antidote and another antidote. Works perfectly for this. Let's go ahead and do that. Earning ourselves a panacea. Now, I didn't get it to work because what it does is it removes all negative status effects from the party. But since I didn't have any, I didn't cure any either. Let's go ahead and entrust again. So that's panacea. Next one here is probably going to require a little bit of figuring on my end. So let's go ahead and mix again. And we'll go with, do I have any distillers? Distillers will make this go very quickly for me if I have them. If I don't, then it will be a little bit more difficult. It doesn't look like I have any distillers on me. All right, so what I'm going to want is, God, there's so many combinations. I'm going to want an Albed potion and Let's go with something down here. Will a grenade work? No, it will not work. There's so many things. So many things that... Oh, you know what? A smoke bomb will do it. So, an Albed potion and a smoke bomb. That's one of the combinations that will work. This will give something kind of nice. Let's show it off. Ultra Cure. So what Ultra Cure does is it cures all the abnormal status effects, and it gives you 50% HP recovery. So there you go. That's Ultra Cure. We'll have to be back for more things because I'm out of overdrives again. Next on my list is going to be relatively easy for me to do. 2 Phoenix Downs will accomplish the task here. Let's mix 2 Phoenix Downs together and see what happens. We got ourselves a Mega Phoenix. Now, a Mega Phoenix will revive all KO'd allies back to full health. I didn't have anybody KO'd, so we couldn't see that, but we have seen the animation for revival before, so nothing too different there. Next up, I can do a Phoenix Down, and I know I have some. A level 1 Key Sphere. That will accomplish the next one. Like I said, there's a ton of combinations for all of these. For instance, this one, there's 89 different combinations that will result in what we're about to see. Riku's mixes are intense. And this time we got Final Phoenix. So how this works is it basically brings everybody back to full health. If you are alive as it is, it gives you full health. If you're KO'd, it revives you and brings you back up to full health. So Final Phoenix works out quite nicely. Let's see what the last one that we'll be able to do here is. Okay. For this one, I want to use... Where is it? An antidote, and then a sphere. One of just the normal spheres down here. An ability sphere will do the trick. Let's see what we get here. We get an elixir. Just the one elixir. That's all you get for it. It only heals one ally's HP and MP to full, and it's random which one it will land on. So not necessarily my favorite. We'll be back when I can get more combinations going. Hopefully the next one on my list will be a little more useful. I can combine a high potion and an elixir. I'm not actually keeping this save file, so it doesn't really matter if I get rid of all of my items. So high potion and an elixir together is one of the combinations here. It gives me a Mega Elixir, just a normal Mega Elixir. It's useful, don't get me wrong, but there are better combinations out there, that's for sure. All right, this next one has, oh my god. They say that there are 653 combinations that will get this one, so let's try to pick one. Let's do an X potion. And I need a Far Plane Wind or a Far Plane Shadow. Either one will do the trick. That was a frag grenade. Far Plane. Far Plane Wind, I have as many as I can hold, so that works out well. And for this one, we get a Super Elixir. A Super Elixir cures abnormal status effects and fully heals all allies' HP and MP. So it's better than a Mega Elixir. It's a Super Elixir. It's a step up. Apparently Super is better than that. All right, who needs to entrust? You need to entrust. Riku takes forever. There's no way around it. Riku just takes forever to go over. We're not even close to done for the record. Next one I can do with Yeah, alright, so I know I have this combination. I can do a high potion, and then one of the special spheres, these down here. So we can do a black magic sphere. That does the trick. Special sphere also works. But let's show off black magic sphere because I have a few of those. And this will get me a final elixir, which looks pretty much exactly the same. However, it adds to the super elixir, right? The super elixir was abnormal status effects and a mega elixir. The final elixir adds to that it'll revive all KO'd allies with full HP. So it is a full recovery. It is considered the final elixir. That's it for healing ones, so to speak. So we'll be back with more mixes, but none that will just flat out heal. There's so many.